And get them out, hold them up. That's your sideline pass. It's good once again, like it is each and every time we take to the airwaves. Normally on the radio, we're on TV now. Now you can see us and how bad Derek really looks. So thanks for joining us right here on Buzz TV. Derek, what do you think? I mean, what do you think the audience is really thinking right now? I really like their voices, but really?
Stick to radio. That's what they're saying right now. They're like, hey, don't they got like Pro Tools over there? Can't they make these guys look skinnier? I mean, the bottom line is we are not going to get like Max Fitness or anybody like that as a sponsor.
You don't think so?
No, they'd be embarrassed to have us.
What about 24/7? You guys need to be in there all day, every day. Hey, did you see Rick Perry dropped out of the presidential race?
Oh, no.
You know what him and the Dolphins have in common?
What?
Both their knees should drop out of running altogether. Seriously, I mean, what's up with the goofins, as I like to call them? I called this one of the only ones around this area. They got beat by the Jaguars, and I'm happy about it.
Yeah, you did. I mean, that was shocking. On the radio show, you said that the Jaguars were going to beat them, and you weren't saying that because you were a Dolphins hater. You were saying that as like an analyst.
All the above.
and we kind of, it was interesting. I mean, at the beginning of the year, Dolphins fans had high hopes. They're thinking playoffs, 10 wins, 9 wins. I was the guy saying, I think they'll get 6 if they're lucky. They did nothing. You remember last year, they had 3 games to win 1 to get into the playoffs. And they couldn't score a touchdown for 2.5 of those games. Okay, so, and they did nothing on the offensive side except get rid of your number 1 receiver.
Who played like a number 4.
Right.
So, I mean, it's really...
Well, I wasn't even talking about Wallace. I was talking,
Hartline.
I was talking about Hartline and went to Cleveland. He was really their number 1 receiver, so he left. So you did nothing to get your offense better. So why do you think you're going to be better than last year? Just because you signed a big name guy who's not an outside line guy, he's an inside line guy. So he's not going to be sacking the quarterback. He's not going to be getting the tackles.
And they gave Ryan Tannehill franchise money as an elite quarterback. They paid him like one, but he's yet to play like one. Yeah, that's my problem.
He puts up big numbers, but he always puts up big numbers in garbage time.
Right.
Okay, he's like Chris Bosh on the Miami Heat. He'll get his 30 when it's a blowout or they're getting blown out.
Right.
But he won't do it in a game where you need it.
Right.
And that's Ryan Tannehill.
They got Philbin and the Laser Project not doing so well early on in the season. They're 1-1 after the loss to Jacksonville. Kind of scrambled a little bit. You brought up Ndamukong Suh, their pricey free agent that came in defensively. You see what he did? He bought a bunch of recliners for him and his defensive lineman counterparts. The problem is he's already stomped out 8 Ottomans to submission. So I don't know what else you're going to do with that. Let's talk about the Buccaneers. Jameis Winston, rookie quarterback, burst on the scene, was celebrating as he got his name announced at Raymond James Stadium. Unfortunately, I was there for that game. And I'll tell you what, that excitement went from here to there like that.
Well, his first pass was a touchdown.
Brett Favre did that too.
Yeah, except for to the other team.
So there you go. So as a Buc fan, you're saying there might be something to look forward to. If Brett Favre did that, maybe.
Yeah, and it only goes up from there. So it's probably good that he set the bar low so he can exceed all expectations.
So here you go. After week 1, both the Titans and the Bucs are 1-1. Now I look at both teams playing 2 weeks. The Bucs go on the road and right into a division game against the Saints. They get the win. A high-intensity game. Jameis moving around, looked a lot better, looked a lot more comfortable. Was it just butterflies?
Was it that, or did you just game plan better? They kind of got that game out of the way, and I think the coaching staff put him in better chances to succeed, except for I did not like the fact that he was doing well and then they dialed it back.
Yes.
I don't know if that's a smart thing to okay, he's had some success, let's just keep it there, or should you keep going? It's almost like you played not to lose and came pretty close to losing that game.
So they played prevent offense.
Prevent offense, that's it.
Prevent Jameis from screwing this up for us as we were trying to go for a division win.
Prevent him getting turnovers, hand the ball off, and be done with it.
One of the biggest keys to success, of course, is resurgence of the muscle hamster. He doesn't want to be called that, so make sure you don't tell him that in an interview. No. But that's Doug Martin, a good running back. He hasn't had a great season since his rookie year when he burst on the scene, but he's back, dropped a lot of weight. Looks like he's ready to have a long season for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, I mean, you're not a Winston guy, which is so funny as people, if they're not familiar with a radio show, big Gator fan. Although all last year, all he did was defend Florida State and Jameis Winston. Now Jameis Winston's on his NFL team, the Buccaneers, and you're not a big fan of him.
Yeah, I went from prosecutor to defense, from defense back to prosecutors. This whole thing's been kind of crazy for myself as well. Speaking of the radio show, you can find us on CBS Sports every Saturday morning. You can find us nationally on Fox Sports. Look us up on iHeartRadio. We also have a local magazine right here in New River County.
Correct. And you can also go to the Google Play Store, the Apple Play Store, look up the Sideline Radio Show. You can get the app where you can see the magazine, listen to the radio show, and we'll now be able to watch us here on Buzz TV on the app as well.
Every Tuesday and Thursday, I believe.
Correct.
I am on it today. My effort is dialed way up. I need you to pick it up a little bit. Remember, hashtag effort of Real Beach Football.
You're here, I'm here, somewhere where, I'll try to get up there.
Raise it up there. Is your sugar level okay?
I'm good.
Hey, get you something to eat? Hey, this story's been brought to you by Skittles. Don't go anywhere right here on Buzz TV. The Sideline Show will be back after these messages. But before we go, I think what we're going to talk about is baseball and how slow the game is.
Oh, here we go. He's trying to get me
pitch clock. There's a play clock in football. We're talking about football. Baseball playoffs are right around the corner. I want to make sure we talk about that before we get stuck just doing all football, because I know baseball is your sport.
Oh, yeah. So during the break, I'm going to be doing the Hulk Hogan, right? Like, I'm going to be getting all fired up now. You said pitch clock.
That's why this next segment will be brought to you by Skittles. Don't go anywhere. It's the Sideline Show right here on Buzz TV.
Join us for an adventure weekdays at 4:30 and 8:30 on Buzz TV Network. Stop by Patty's Printing and Graphics in downtown Vero Beach. Owner Patty Callahan prints it all, from color and black and white copies to blueprints, banners, signs, prints of paintings, and fine art. Patty makes restorations and creates outstanding graphic designs. Call Patty at 770-1521 or stop by Patty's Printing and Graphics at 2345 14th Avenue. Stop by for all of your printing needs at Patty's Printing and Graphics across from the old railroad station in downtown Vero Beach. Buzz TV Network is now the fastest growing new media outlet on the Space and Treasure Coast. Follow Buzz TV Network and tell a friend.
Welcome back, and you're on the Sideline Show right here on Buzz TV. Thanks for joining us. You can find us each and every Tuesday and Thursday right here on Buzz TV. Again, you can also hear us on the radio every Saturday morning, CBS Sports Radio. Look up your local listings nationally on Fox Sports, but you can do it all. If you really like the show and you want to listen to it now, anytime you want it, get the app. You can find it where?
Google Play, Apple Play Store. Just type in the Sideline Radio Show, and it's #1 on both of them.
Check out the website, which is
thesidelinerioshow.com, which is presented by
Brain Freeze. Soup, subs, salads, and more. They do got yogurt. You got to beat me through the door. And before we left, we were talking about football, of course, but the baseball playoffs are right around the corner. One thing I want to talk about is pitching. How important is pitching at this time of the year? Because a lot of teams right now, Derek, they're in the wild card race. Other teams are trying to sew up their division, it always seems to be pitching. Comes down to pitching more so right now. How important is that? Because I bring it up. Right. Toronto Blue Jays go out and get David Price, and he just had another great outing.
Well, that's it. I mean, they've said the league, post-steroid era, allegedly, is that's a whole nother. Anyway, is now turned into a pitching league.
Right.
Okay, and we've seen the last few years you can ride one or two pitchers in the World Series to get you those wins. Bumgarner, doing it with the Giants. The last couple times he was there. So pitching is the key. I mean, and that's why, like, as a Red Sox fan, beginning of the year, they did nothing with the pitching. So that's why they're in last place. The teams that all made the moves, like Toronto, getting Price, that's why they're in first place. All the teams that are doing well. I mean, the Cardinals staff is just top to bottom phenomenal, and that's why they're the best team in baseball. And nobody wants to play them, in the playoffs. Your team, the Dodgers, which is in there in the wild card and should make it, they have questions at the pitching, aside from the fact that they change their lineup every day, which is a whole nother story. But they're pitching. I mean, you have two great pitchers, but Kershaw doesn't seem to be able to string it together when it counts and in playoff time.
Right. He stumbled a little bit in the regular season this year. I'm hoping that's where he's going to fix the problems that he finds somewhere in the postseason. And it seems like the St. Louis Cardinals are his Achilles heel. Yeah, I mean, and the St. Louis Cardinals are that team that maybe they don't have the big names. I mean, they had it when they had Pujols there, and they've always have a couple guys with the names. That they're just that organization that just wins. They just know how to win. It just seems that this year they've been good top to bottom, but typical years is they're about middle of the pack, and then they get great at the end of the year, and kind of like a hockey team who rides a hot goalie to a Stanley Cup final. They just get hot and ride it right through to the World Series. I mean, class organization. And they're the one that nobody wants to play. Like, you do not want to play them first round. You at least want to try to get there the second one. Right. You hope they go long with whatever team plays them first. So their pitching matchups
get burned up. So
Right.
that's the only hope I really think you have against the Cardinals.
Johnson & Johnson's in the lowered marketing areas of developing a disappearing cloak where you put it around objects and they disappear. Is that what happened to the Nationals? I mean, what happened? Everybody's talking about that's going to be a 100-win team. They got the best pitching, 5 sure good starters, thoroughbreds coming out. Bryce Harper's going to be the MVP. What happened?
Okay, all the parts sort of doing well. It just somehow, the chemistry experiment didn't work. Baseball as a whole is a chemistry experiment. You can get teams that have phenomenal talent, they just can't win. They somehow can't pull together and win, and it's a very underrated, overlooked part of baseball is the team chemistry that you have to have. Okay, like Red Sox 2004, they called them the idiots. They had that loose thing.
They were.
They did. They were. But they had a group of guys that just were all loose, play together, stuff like that. And then you have other teams, like there's been Yankees teams in the past where they had the biggest payroll, big names, and they just couldn't get it together, and it's personalities. Really, you kind of need that. I mean, you as a football guy, we wrote about this in the magazine, is I've always been jealous of football guy for the camaraderie, that whole thing that they have. That's not something that happens in baseball. So it's real easy to get fractured in baseball because it's not a collective team effort in the trenches together. It's kind of, you're about your stats, and you have some other guys that are just sort of behind you. So it's a different dynamic, and it's really hard to get a group of 20 guys in baseball that are all on the same page that really want to play for one another.
It's a team game, but individually you're always facing somebody else mano a mano in the box, going against somebody, or the ball. You're playing the baseball a lot of times too, making the play. But you go back to that 04 team. Wasn't that the team that went down 3-0 to the Yankees, but they were so comfortable and came back to win it all?
Yeah, they just had nothing to lose for. They kind of went through it. They just had that. A lot of it starts, with the manager and the tone in there, but it's hard to put it on there because, again, these guys, the managers are making, $1 million a year, and all the players are making $20 million a year.
Right.
So it's really hard to kind of corral the inmates in the asylum, if you will. So, it's just really, it's a chemistry experiment, and that's exactly what it is. It's an experiment. There's no formula, because if there was, you'd have teams doing it over and over consistently, and they just can't. Certain organizations, like the Cardinals, seem to be able to do it.
They get it done.
Yeah.
Quick takes, because we're up against a break. Pretenders or contenders with the Royals and Mets?
Pretenders.
Both teams?
Yeah, I think the Mets are riding high now. I think, again, where they are in the National League, they're going to run up against teams, whether it's the Cardinals that are deep, they're going to shut you down pitching, or they'll run into a team that's just going to score a lot of runs on them, and which is something that they can't do as well. So, I mean, the Mets are a nice team, but I just think they're made for the regular season, not for the postseason.
Enjoying the show. Don't go anywhere. We're up against a break. We got to go because Serrano's in the back wants to sacrifice another chicken. We got to figure this out. After these messages, we'll be right back. You're on the Sideline Show on Buzz TV.
Attention, this important message is for any American who is about to turn 65 years of age or older. Nation's Helpline has Medicare supplement insurance news that may benefit you, your family, or someone you know. Most Americans who are about to turn 65 years old know they need Medicare supplement insurance, even if they already have Medicare. The Nation's Helpline Medicare supplement team can guide you and help answer your Medicare questions. Call today.
Please call 800-632-2804.
The Furniture Man is a locally owned business that has served the needs of the community of Vero Beach and Indian River County for over 30 years. Here at the Furniture Man, we offer fine pieces to furnish each and every room of your home. Specializing in Floridian style, come browse our selection of bedroom, dining room, patio, and living room. Come explore over 10,000 square feet of showroom where you can find mattresses, recliners, sofas, dining, and more. Visit us at 673 US 1 in Vero Beach, Monday through Saturday for all of your furniture needs.
And you're back on the Sideline Show. Thanks for joining us right here on Buzz TV. Remember, you can always hear us, CBS Radio, Fox Sports Radio. Look us up on iTunes. Check us out on the app, which can be found in
Google Play Store, Apple Play Store, or you can also go find links to it at the website, thesidelineradioshow.com.
I caught you slipping. I threw it over there, and there's no Apple Play Store. It's called iTunes.
Listen, that's like being a bully. I mean, catching me slipping. That's like picking on the weak kid.
Look, DMX, get up. Don't fall. Don't slip.
Excuse me, Your Honor. I'm fat.
All right, real quick. Judges at the 47th Annual National Halloween Contest in North Carolina was quite surprised by the outburst by Jim McElwain. He almost took home first. The thing that stands out the most, Derek, is the fact that he was on the sideline in Gainesville, and they heard it. And the incident I'm talking about, of course, was when Calvin Taylor scored a touchdown a couple weeks ago. He did the throat slash, which is a big no-no. He gets flagged. They get flagged and penalized on the ensuing kickoff.
Again.
And, of course, Jim McElwain had a lot to tell him when he got to the sideline.
Yeah, so he flipped out. I mean, you as a football guy and a coach, he crossed over the line, or was that appropriate for nipping that in the bud, especially with the past Gator regime seemed to kind of let things kind of go? Was this more for show, to show that he's not going to tolerate nonsense?
The last Gator regime would take whatever they could get out of their players. Any kind of excitement, they'd take it. So they would have been happy about it. I'm a big proponent of no celebrating. I like the old Barry Sanders flip the football to the referee, act like you've been there before type of mentality. Right. It's how I was taught. You know, that diva era with the wideouts with Terrell Owens and Chad Ochocinco Johnson.
It was entertaining for a few weeks.
It wasn't entertaining ever. You know, the only showboat I ever really liked was Deion Sanders, because you know what? He did it all the way to the end zone and then he stopped. You know what I mean? It was like, hey, I did it. You saw it. I'm over.
So it's okay if you did it between the 20 and the goal line, but when you get to the goal line, please stop.
Dude could dance, man. The fact of the matter is he could dance faster than some of these guys could run.
So that was really rubbing into people's face.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
So what my whole point of that is, I think he kind of had a right to jump on his player. Did he go too far? Maybe, but that's football.
And then he did apologize afterwards too.
It's only because his mom called him. I don't think if his mom didn't call him after the game, Jim McElwain may have not apologized. And I don't know if he had to. I'm a Gator fan. I'm a huge Calvin Taylor fan. I like what the guy brings. Even bigger Fred Taylor fan. One of the icons of Florida Gator football, who called and complained about how his son was treated on the sideline. I think there's room for it. I think the coach should have a little bit of room to be able to yell at his players and correct them. Again, the last 5 years, Florida Gators are the most penalized football team in all of NCAA football.
Right. Now, how much of this is 24-hour news cycle, cameras on everything, camera phones on everything, and political correctness all wrapped into one?
Oh, I totally, completely condemn, and I put it all on Tweetbook. I mean, Face Twitter, whatever that stuff is, all that social media stuff. I'm doing it. I can't keep up with it, but I put all the blame on that. I mean, it's ridiculous. Seriously. I mean, how many times have we seen in the news lately about professional athletes, actors having to go on there and retract tweets? There's only 100 and some characters in there. Do we have to retract everything?
Right. I mean, it's tough. I could just tell you, you know, being in the media business, radio, I mean, you really have to watch everything and even how you phrase things, because somebody might take something the wrong way. And it's really tough to almost navigate. It's basically a minefield is what you have to go through. And it's really much to do about nothing, because there's just people that sit at home looking for this kind of stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
As soon as they see that clip, now they want to go protest.
It's harder on the local athletes on the high school level, the lower level. I mean, Coach Jankowski tells his players every time during team meetings and anytime he gets a chance to remember themselves and carry yourself for class, whether it's on or off the field, and especially within social media. Coach Shea from Fort Pierce Central just posted something on social media from SMU, which was basically a check sheet about the athlete they're recruiting and what he's done on Twitter, Facebook, and all that. So this is happening. They've got people that are not only recruiting you on the field, but off the field through social media. You got to watch your butt.
So they're researching your Twitter account, your Instagram account, everything you do on Facebook, probably from the time you were in 8th or 9th grade.
Absolutely.
See, that's kind of a scary thought if you think about it. And how much stuff is being taught? How many of these athletes? I mean, they're being told, but it's almost like there should be classes on this in the high school on how to navigate social media and how to do it. Because even regular jobs, to get outside the sports world, regular jobs are researching people's Facebook and Twitter habits to really, it's really a character thing. Or is that what they're using to find your character?
They should put that in home ec. Because none of us athletes could ever bake a cookie. You know what I'm talking about. I cannot burn everything. I burn water.
You can eat a cookie, you just couldn't cook it.
I can't cook it.
Okay.
If I'm cooking a cookie, you don't want to eat it. You might break a tooth. You know what I'm saying? So it's at a disadvantage, because to me, not only does that hurt them by what they're posting, they get pumped up, they want to talk to their friends about it, but you only have so many characters, the grammar's gone south. The grammar is absolutely gone. I don't even know what these kids are talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about at the top. I look back at my tweet, I'm like, ooh, I made it just by one character. Tweet. What did I just say? You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. I feel bad for them.
Oh, and just to summarize this entire last segment, by the way, I can call your mom and have her call you, and you'll stop making fun of me on the show.
Doubt it.
No.
Because you always tell her how great the Patriots are and how bad the Patriots
I
are.
do tell her that.
So you're just as not in the doghouse as I am, so nice try. Yeah, I really appreciate it.
She writes half your insults for me.
She does. Right. She really does. Hey, I hope you're enjoying the Sideline Show. It's a new show right here on Buzz TV. You'll find us every Tuesday with Coach Lane Jankowski on the Coaches Show, and every Thursday talking national and local headlines with you right here. Don't go anywhere. After these messages, we're coming back with the fourth quarter. And that's when it gets really good. Derek's going to eat a little something. We're coming back with some energy. Don't go anywhere. Sideline on Buzz TV.
Now that health reform is law, you cannot be denied health insurance coverage, but you can pay too much.
As a single mom, I was convinced that we could not afford health insurance until I spoke to the people from ICANN, who told me that I qualified for a special enrollment and a subsidized rate. Now I get so much more for so much less.
Call now and get the ICANN mobile app free. So don't wait another minute. Call ICANN, get covered, save money.
Marsha.
Hi, I'm Penny Chandler.
I'm Freddie Wolford.
I am Barbara Hoffman.
And I'm Gregory Simpson.
I'm here with Police Chief David Curry.
You're in good company on VeroBuzzTV.com, Vero Beach's local TV station on the internet.
I just love it.
Tell a friend.
We love y'all!
And get them out, hold them up. That's your sideline pass. Is good once again, like it is each every time we take the airwaves via TV, radio, or the website. It's good now when you're listening to us. And thanks for joining us. However, you're joining us today. Derek, before we left, we're talking football. We're talking baseball. Is your head spinning?
A little bit.
Put some Skittles on it. There you go. Hey, how about the fact that local baseball on the uptake during football season? We got fall ball starting right here in Indian River County. Cowardkin signups are done. Even though you're getting phone calls for more, you can't sign up anymore.
No, we cannot sign up anymore. I mean, we had 2 weeks, 4 days of signups at Chick-fil-A, who graciously gave every kid who signed up a free frosted lemonade. So we really appreciate that from Chick-fil-A here at the Indian River Mall. But last year we had 88 kids in fall ball. This year it's 226, and I probably have about 20 people that want to sign up late. But we can't. Already ordered uniforms, things of that nature. But it's just a testament to a lot of the good coaches and everybody in last season and people coming in this season. At the end of the day, it's rec league. The kids want to have fun. They want to learn baseball and play with their friends.
Absolutely.
And what you're seeing is typically those super competitive coaches, those are the people that the people don't request.
Right.
The coaches that teach the fundamentals and make the game fun. You know, they had 12 kids last year. They had like 15 kids requesting them as coaches. That's the definition of a successful season, and I'm glad a lot of people now are starting to get that. You know, competitive guy, which we are, and I was probably one of the worst guys in Little League baseball, getting a little over the top. I wasn't the worst, but I was pretty close. Pretty close. Story. And but we had a guy, David Benzel. He's a great guy, Growing Champions for Life. We went .com, David Benzel, growingchampionsforlife.com. We went and saw a seminar there. It kind of changed my life. I mean, all of a sudden I'm listening to him and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm that guy. I don't want to be that guy, but everything he's saying is check.
Right.
And I just had to realize it. You know, my wife had been telling me for a long time I was that guy, and I was like ignoring her. But
capital T, that guy.
Yeah, capital T, that guy. So I had to change. So I'm not kind of trying to preach down to anybody because I've been there. It's just, we just have to redefine what a successful youth coach is, and that should be the kid had fun, he learned, and he wants to play again. That's a successful season, because at the end of the day, when you're playing in a league that's got 30 teams, there's only a couple winners, so basically it means just get used to the fact that you're going to be a loser.
And sprinkles are for winners.
They are.
So there you go. Now listen, that's the local Cowardkin League. The new league coming to you is going to be all about fun. So look to that. If you didn't get a chance to sign up for fall, look for spring. It is football season. You got recreation football going on. Some great games happening out there at Gifford Park. If you don't have a kid out there, go out there and check it out. It's a lot of fun. They're playing every night, Monday through Saturday. Go check them out. Also, Chief Elite 7-on-7. That'll be starting up again in a couple weeks. Go to the website and check it out. That's Vero7on7.com.
Correct.
Wow, I got one right.
Yeah,
Let's get back to football here locally. Vero Beach, we had Coach Lane Jankowski on an earlier show in the week. You know, Palm Beach Lakes is coming in. We're 3-0 going into week 5 because we lost the one game to weather. Not in the record books.
Skipped a game.
Didn't
would
get
be
to
a
play
better
it.
term.
This is going to be a hard game to calculate. You know, we've talked to Lenny. We've seen a lot of tape. These guys are coming in. They're very talented with an 0-4 record. Here's the thing. Everybody's going to be tuned up. This Vero Beach is everybody's Super Bowl. When you get them on your schedule, you want to take them down. You're going to get the best, but there's an 0-4 team that could be secretly good.
Yeah, that's the interesting thing is a lot of people don't really realize that it is. Teams circle the Vero Beach game like when they get that schedule like last year.
Right.
They know they're going to play them next year. That's what they're preparing for in the spring. It's not necessarily for their whole season. They want to beat Vero Beach.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, you're getting everybody's best game plan, their best effort every week here at Vero Beach. And I think Lenny Jankowski and all his coaching staff does a great job of getting his team prepared.
I think they're going to come in here, they're going to have a good game plan, but I think Vero Beach is going to win this handily. I'm not saying 51-0, but I'm saying they should hit in the 40s somewhere. Maybe let's say 42-0.
Right. Now, he brought up a good point earlier in the week. You start beating teams that bad, it goes to a running clock.
Yes.
So then you can't even get a lot. So your main offense is scoring big in a 51 game, like big plays, so then they don't really get a lot of work. Is that going to hurt you later on when you get into district and playing like Fort Pierce Central? Is it almost better to kind of grind out some more plays? And, you know, how do you navigate that as a coach?
You can't. And they're a spread offense, big plays happen. And almost on every play, big plays are going to happen. You know, sometimes some guys just defensively line up in the wrong spot, but happen to be in the right spot because the guy crosses their face. And that's what happens in the Vero Beach offense. It's so fast, you know, you can't slow it down. You can't really do that. So those are other things. And it's all based on numbers. It's what the defense is giving you. How many are lined up in the box? Can I run? Can I not run? Do I hit them with a quick pass? Do I go over the top? And that's what Proctor and Jankowski do really well together. It's a great tag team for Vero Beach football. We'll see what happens. Sebastian got another big game. They're coming off a big win over Okeechobee, the first district win. Congratulations to Coach Pettis and the Sharks.
Right. No, they're doing great. So, quick predictions before show's over. Vero's going to win big. What's Sebastian going to do this
They're
week?
going to win big as well. I think they get another big win. Back-to-back wins for the Sharks. Fear the Shark in 2015. They're just getting together. Defense is coming into their own. Offense is figuring out how to move the ball. Donnell Oscar coming off a huge running game for the Sharks against the Brahmins. Look for them to bounce back as well. Dolphins, Bills.
I'm taking the Bills. I mean, Bills just came off a loss. Rex Ryan gets his team fired up. They typically don't lose back-to-back games.
I'm with you. Bucks, Texans. J.J. Watt going to kill Winston?
Texans are the worst team in football, so I'm going to say Jameis Winston's going to have a nice game again.
Yeah, but I think J.J. Watt goes hunting for some games. That's going to do it for us this week right here on the Sideline Show. Please join us again next week. You can find us right here on Buzz TV. Have a great weekend.
One-of-a-kind videos, unique perspectives, original programming, only on Buzz TV Network. Spread the word and tell a friend.
Now that health reform is law, you cannot be denied health insurance coverage, but you can pay too much. But at ICANN, we work for you. We shop all the private and government plans available, dozens of plans, to find the plan that best suits you and your family's needs at historically low prices.
As a single mom, I was convinced that we could not afford health insurance until I spoke to the people from ICANN, who told me that I qualified for a special enrollment and a subsidized rate. Now I get so much more for so much less.
Call now and get the ICANN mobile app free. It takes the mystery out of comparison price shopping for prescription medicine, giving you the power to instantly find the pharmacy with the lowest price and save possibly hundreds and hundreds of dollars every single year. So don't wait another minute. Call ICANN, get covered, save money.
Please call 800-345-7585.
Advertise your business on Buzz TV. Email buzztvnetwork@gmail.com or call 772-777-1382.